subscribe. It would mean so much to me, as always. The first book I'm going to talk about is Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shay Earnshaw. Jack and Sally are truly meant to be, or are they? Sally Skellington is the official, newly minted Pumpkin Queen after a whirlwind courtship with her true love, Jack, who Sally adores with every inch of her fabric seams. If only she could say the same for her new role as Queen of Halloween Town. Cast into the spotlight and tasked with all sorts of queenly duties, Sally can't help but wonder if all she's done is trade her captivity under Dr. Finkelstein for a different, albeit gilded cage. But when Sally and Zero accidentally uncover a long-hidden doorway to an ancient realm called Dreamtown in the forest hinterlands, she'll unknowingly set into motion a chain of sinister events that put her future as Pumpkin Queen and the future of Halloween Town itself into jeopardy. Can Sally discover what it means to be true to herself and save the town she's learned to call home? Or will her future turn into her worst, nightmare? So, I am obviously a very big Nightmare Before Christmas fan, and I went into this a little apprehensive. I did the audiobook and also kind of read along with it too. It was cute. There were parts that I liked and parts that I didn't. It's supposed to be a YA book, I think, but it felt a little more childish, and I don't know, like, what is below a YA book. I don't know what you call, like, the levels of books. So Sally is pretty much the main character we're following. We don't get a ton of Jack extra butter and salt. The main character was so stupid. It was infuriating. Frida is really known for her insane twists, and unfortunately, I did suss most of the twists out. But that being said, I still thought that they were early Christmas decorator. A lot of times I will start like now, like the first week of November. I think I'm going to, I think I'll probably decorate like next weekend maybe, and that way I can just enjoy it for longer because I decorated, I think the second week of September for Halloween, or maybe like the last week of September. Whatever it was a lot later than I normally do it, and I feel like it went by so quickly, and I didn't get to enjoy it as much as I would have liked, so I'm gonna decorate early for Christmas, and just to try to make the most out of the holiday this year. So I've just got, like one more thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know how many of you follow me over on TikTok. You can find me at Neenerland ASMR. The link is always down below for like my TikTok and email, my podcasts, all of that. But I post some like Y2K ASMR over there, and by that I mean like you know,